Okay guys, so James Gunn just posted a video of all the projects that we're going to be taking a look at in the new DCU, so let's go ahead and check out his video.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the
Hi, James Gunn.
co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected.
Thank you. That's all I've ever wanted from DC.
And animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker.
Okay, so he's confirming that it's not part of the DCU.
As DC Elseworlds.
Okay, cool.
The mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the four projects
I like
that are
that.
coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly.
So he's not part of the main
Flash,
DCU?
a fantastic
Okay.
movie that I really love. That resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of
Just want to pause there for a quick second. So he's saying that Flash is going to reset the whole DCU, but then it's kind of weird that we're going to be continuing the DCEU, I guess, because Flash comes out, then we still got Aquaman, and then Blue Beetle, which we don't really know if it's going to be set in the old universe or the new one. I don't really know what's going on. I guess we'll just have to wait and see for the Flash movie, because it obviously is going to reset, just like he said. I just don't know how that's going to look. Anyways, let's continue with the video here.
Talented writers have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter.
Okay.
The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series.
Looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who any of those people are, but
different at DC is we're gonna have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice.
That is good. Just like Star Wars: The Clone Wars, get the voice actor to play the live action. It looks awesome like that.
Played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is
Viola.
going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Oh, he looks really excited about that one. I'm pumped to see it now.
The true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me.
Got the All-Star Superman picture there. I know he was reading it a few days ago.
Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay,
couple years away.
Is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan. And we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery.
That's cool. They refer to Earth as a precinct. That's pretty cool.
Next is a big movie called
Hal Jordan and John Stewart. That's gonna be awesome.
The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters. We are now bringing into the DCU.
Don't know who these guys are.
Interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is a story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all
Game of Thrones
of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run.
I love Damian.
Wayne is my favorite Robin.
Yo,
He's
me
a
too.
little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two.
This is awesome.
And the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up
Let's
is a
go.
TV
Oh, yeah,
series
whoa,
called
yeah, hold on. The Bat family in the DCU. Thank you, James Gunn. Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin. Oh my god, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be the most comic booky Batman we've ever seen in live action. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked all the previous iterations, but this one, I feel like James Gunn is going to rip them right out of the comics. Like, all the gadgets, the vehicles, all the Bat family members. It is going to be awesome, and I cannot wait to see it. But anyways, let's continue with the video here because I see Booster Gold, and you already know who I want to play Booster Gold, which is Chris Pratt, because James Gunn was saying he wants to bring the MCU actors he's worked with over to the DCU, and Chris Pratt as this guy is perfect casting. Anyways, let's go ahead and click play again.
Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser
Come on.
from the future.
Chris
who
Pratt,
uses
man.
future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my
HBO
favorite
Max
comic book series
budget?
from last
Oh,
year
let's
was
go.
Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Oh,
and so we're going
Supergirl.
to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is the guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way.
So very
she's a
different
much more jaded
upbringing.
character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about.
Okay.
A very dark horror story in the origins of
A
the
horror
monster
story,
who is
that would
Swamp
be
Thing.
cool.
And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the story.
Wait, did you just
Anyway,
say it's
those are
outside the
story
DCU?
Terrible
Hold on.
way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway,
Okay,
those
so
are the stories
it's
that I can tell
totally
you about
different, but
right
it's
now.
still in the
I've
main
loved
DCU.
The DC
Cool.
characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different.
You can tell he's
One of the
passionate
things that's
about
very
this, which I
important
like.
for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, James Gunn. Alright, guys, a lot of stuff to talk about there. I think the top 3 projects that I'm most excited for is Superman Legacy, because as a lot of you probably know, James Gunn was reading a lot of All-Star Superman, and he said that this movie is going to be heavily influenced by that comic. I really, really like that comic. The story, the optimistic, hopeful Superman that he is going to be bringing to us is going to be a huge change from what we got in the DCEU. I really liked Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel, but I think this is going to be a more comic book accurate Superman who's just happier, you know, and just gives hope to people. And he's going to be younger. Like, this is going to be a really special story, and I can't wait to see it. Then the second one that I'm really excited for is The Brave and the Bold, introducing the DCU Batman. That is going to be epic. It looks like this Batman is going to be super comic booky with all the gadgets and Bat Family and all that good stuff, which means we'll probably get some of the more fantastical villains like Clayface, Killer Croc. Basically what I'm trying to say is that we're not going to get like a realistic approach to some of the Batman villains from the comics. For example, a villain like Clayface, you can't really do a realistic take on that unless it's a dude with like clay on his face and that's it. I want to see like monsters and all these crazy fantastical villains in the Batman comics brought to live action. This Batman is going to have the best fighting, I already know it, the best gadgets, the best suits, everything about him is going to be awesome. And making Damian Wayne the current Robin is going to be so cool. cool. I love Damian Wayne. The father-son dynamic, it's probably going to open us up to like the League of Shadows and Talia and Ra's al Ghul, all of that good stuff. I can't wait for that movie. And then the next project I'm really excited about is Booster Gold, because it's going to be a comedy with an HBO Max budget with Chris Pratt most likely playing him, and I think it's going to be such a great project. So guys, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about all of the DC movies and TV shows that were just announced by James Gunn. Are you excited for the future of the DCU, or are you still really doubting James Gunn and Peter Safran's vision for the whole universe going forward? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest DC news and rumors, make sure you subscribe. Other than that though, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.